everyone, and welcome to the third episode of Wolves World 5 in 5, discussing 5 topics in 5 minutes. Before I get going, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe and share this content. I'm relatively new still to YouTube and I'm trying to get as much support as possible. You can check out all my platforms at NorthernWolf10 on Instagram and Twitter, and I have a website www.wolvesworld.org which mainly has articles and these YouTube videos. Thank you. Point number 1, Raul Jimenez. Now, there is a lot of reason to be positive right now, with Nuno stating yesterday that he thinks Jimenez will play again this season, and that is fantastic news for the future of our football club and, most importantly, the health and safety of that player himself. However, I am cautious about these comments. Firstly, Raul should not be rushed back in any way. He should be returning to the field only when he is fully ready and can make a huge contribution to our team. So I am happy to delay that until that time arrives when he is ready and fully focused and fully fit. So that is one thing. Next thing, with Willian Jose arriving, I now actually feel, let's give the guy a chance. Let's not just be calling him a filler until Jimenez returns. I want to see him be our number 9 for a while now. Hold the ball up, do everything he can until this guy returns. When that happens, the football club will undoubtedly be a better place. But let's get behind Jose, support him and allow him to be the main man while Jimenez is still absent. Point number 2, Chelsea. We have a massive game this evening against Chelsea. Obviously, were managerless a few days ago, and now they have Tuchel in, who apparently took a session late last night, which will be probably the only time he sees the players before the match day today. What I think this could happen here is one of two things, as always with a new manager. He's going to try some players out in a formation maybe he likes and they're not familiar with. They could find it difficult and get beaten. That's what we're hoping for. Or the players, whoever he picks, are going to be feeling this is a fresh start. They're going to rate the manager they've got in. He has got a decent pedigree behind him, and they're going to massively step up. It may not be organised, it may not be pretty, but there is a chance that Chelsea could be incredibly dangerous tonight, giving all the players a new lease of life. No predictions from me today, but I just want a good performance from Wolves, and ideally we'll score at least 1 goal, hopefully Fabio Silva as well. Point number 3, the FA Cup. We may have stumbled our way through against Chorley, but ultimately we got the win that we needed. We didn't get the performance, but we are through. Looking back in a year's time or future time, all people will say is Wolves got through to the 5th round and hopefully more. The FA Cup is where I would like Nuno and the players to put a lot of effort this year. Finishing in Europe is unlikely from our league position, given where we're at the moment. And still the situation we're in, we can't pretend signing one striker is going to turn things around quickly, but I'm hopeful. However, the FA Cup, we know that if you get to the final of the FA Cup, it is quite likely you will qualify for a European spot. And if you get there, what an opportunity for us to be happy as fans about the season we're going to have, which, albeit is a tough season right now, there is a lot of hope still from the FA Cup for me, with Southampton in the next round, who are beatable, to get through and do well. So fingers crossed on that front. Wolves, Nuno, really have a go at that cup, please. Point number 4, general transfers and the transfer window. We're 5 or 6 days from the transfer window closing now, and I feel Wolves might be thinking about making another signing. We've seen Marçal is now definitely out for a while. Podence seems to be getting niggles. Bolly's had an article recently about some niggles, and generally the defence isn't looking strong. We've seen a few of our younger players not really step up. I mean, aside of his goal against Chorley, I don't think Vitinha's this season a great player. I don't think Nuri has really filled me with any confidence, or anyone else with confidence for that matter. And Silva, while I'm very positive he will succeed in the future years, right now he isn't really enough. I still think Wolves would benefit from signing at least one more player, even if it was on loan. For example, I'd even go as far out as Jesse Lingard would be a good addition to our team. He's a different type of midfielder that we don't have, and he's got a point to prove. I still think that another striker wouldn't harm us. However, now we've got Willian Jose, I would like to see possibly a central midfielder or a more established central defender come in. Central midfielder for me, though, is where our game goes a bit flat at times, and that would be my priority. Again, Lingard, maybe even Ali, who's not getting games. They will be two players that, if available for a couple of months, get them in, see what they can do. And point 5, a nice quick one. Wolves have become a club now where their under-23 team is producing players of a good standard in the Football League. Not that many are coming through and playing for the first team, but it is nice to see that they are getting opportunities now in the Championship. Sanderson and Giles, and there's talk of Sondergaard wanting to go or being able to go to the Championship and League One. That is a fantastic position for Wolves as a business. Unfortunately, it is unlikely many of these players we're going to see in the Wolves first team. Gibbs-White is the current example of someone who has done very well to come through. But when he came through compared to now, we have gone up another level. So this bringing young players in, Hoover, etc., that is a great choice for our planning for the future. However, it is nice to see these under-23s players getting games at higher level league clubs, not just your non-leagues and your Telfords of days gone by. So I'm hopeful that Wolves will continue this trend, and even if it just becomes a money-making part of the club, it's a rewarding and successful avenue for many clubs, and Wolves need to buy into that if they want to be a big club. So best of luck to Giles wherever he ends up, and Sondergaard, if he goes out, I think has some good potential there. Wishing them luck, and I hope they come back and can establish themselves as Wolves players. But in the longer term, the Wolves under-23s is an excellent business at the moment for the club, so keep it up. That's all from me today on today's episode of 5 in 5. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. I'll try and do another one before the end of the week where I'll undoubtedly be discussing Chelsea. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe on all my platforms. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.